age, we're all taught to dream, to think, and go big. Our Little League Baseball game has the potential to make us into the next Major League Baseball star. Our drawing hanging on the refrigerator is the next Picasso's masterpiece. Though as many of us age, the harsh reality that we're not going to be the next Kanye West or that the first man on the moon has already happened causes most of us to forget these dreams. But those with a little something extra and the determination and the ability to see something bigger than just themselves are the ones that continue to give going big a try. Here at Redmond High School, it can mean getting into their dream college. For others, it means getting to play Division I sports. For 3 particular Redmond High teens, it means forming a band bigger than just Redmond High School.
Contemporary featuring Max Levin behind the piano, Taryn Sweeney on vocals, and Abuta Festi on sax and vocals, features a style of music much more mature than typical high schoolers' taste. Their fusion with Latin, funk, and blues undertones has swept Seattle with surprising success. Each member has a different story on how they first came into love music.
I started playing piano at about 5 years old, and my parents have always loved jazz and funk, and since I was about 6 or since around that age, they've been taking me to jazz clubs and shows and stuff, so I've been liking that style of music since then.
I came into music when I started vocal lessons, I guess, in 6th grade, just for fun, and I found out that I really loved it, and so I started musical theater, and then I decided that I didn't like the acting that was involved with the musical theater, so I just started singing on my own, and then I joined a few groups, and now I sing.
I joined band in 5th grade, and the first instrument I ever played was the saxophone, and the only reason I played the saxophone is because I told my mom to get me a trumpet, but she thought that a saxophone was a trumpet. And that's how I got into music.
Max.
Levin.
Taryn.
Girl.
Contempo.
Music.
Taryn.
Professional.
Abu.
A loose cannon.
Contempo.
Awesome.
Abu.
Weird.
Max.
Bossy.
Contempo.
Commitment.
It's in wasabi. Well, horse riders, lactose. Now don't smell it. Just do it.
Oh, just do it. Oh man. Just quick, like.
It totally worked. He feels
pointless.
so much better.
Did it clear up his sinuses?
No. Yeah, it did.
Tissue.
He ate a finger full of wasabi to get rid of his sinus troubles.
Can you describe it as like being the only girl in a band of 5 rambunctious boys?
It's challenging, definitely. Sometimes our opinions and ideas conflict a little bit, but it's fun, definitely.
Do you have any
They're
funny
good guys.
stories to tell us about that?
They like to push me around a little bit. I don't know if I have specific funny stories, but it's challenging to say the least.
I've been playing music with Abu for probably about 3 years. We'd always been jamming and just hanging out and playing stuff. But about a year and a half ago, when Contempo started to take off, we needed a vocalist or two, and we were going to play at Palino in Redmond. And I knew Abu because I'd been playing with him for a while, and then Jacob Kappas recommended Taryn, and we just had a rehearsal, and it all sort of came together and started right there.
I'd have to go with like Latin and funk. Like we always say we play jazz, but like you ask anyone who's like real like musician, I guess, for like a better term, or like who listens to a lot of music, and we don't really play jazz. You know, jazz is like old people. We don't play straight ahead jazz, I guess. We play a lot of like Stevie Wonder-esque, you know, listenable. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but Contempo actually started off just being an instrumental group. So I think vocals kind of add a more personal level to it, more of like a face, I guess, for the group. I don't know. I like them. I think they're awesome. I think Abu and I play off each other well.
Yes and no. I think that some of the stuff that's more contemporary jazz or Latin jazz, it's pretty out there, so it's not too straightforward, and knowing theory or knowing a lot about jazz definitely helps. But then the more funky stuff or simple covers that we do, I definitely think that high school students can relate and enjoy it too.
Many of us remember these rocking performances at RHS, but they are more than just talent show. Contempo was not content with just being the stars of a school talent show. They wanted to expand their horizons to audiences in the live music cafe scenes across the Eastside region.
Contempo has successfully used social media such as Facebook and YouTube to promote themselves virally, as well as to advertise upcoming gigs at Matthews Winery and Cholula's Jazz Club. This exposure has even allowed them to play at the Moore Theater.
Stick down with ours gone. I will sleep from our you don't know. The tighter you hold, the harder you squeeze. You don't know. Let's just sleep and lose so much ease. You don't know. Forget what passed me on your way. You don't know. I lost the short.
As their notoriety grew across the Seattle region, the band realized the next logical step would be to produce a record. They had the opportunity to record in a professional studio after becoming more reputable to producers around the area.
Most of us are going to colleges, like I think, like far away from each other. I think Taryn's going to Nashville, I'm pretty sure. I'm headed to Boston, and then so are the bass player and the guitar player. They're both going to Boston. And then Max is staying in Seattle, so it's the drummer.
I don't know exactly what's going to happen to Contempo, but it's definitely going to be put on pause for a while.
Probably, I don't know, learning to interact and play with other musicians. Because, like, you can be the most, like, talented musician, like, ever, but, like, if you can't communicate with other people, and if you can't network very well, like, you're not gonna get anywhere. Because there's, like, no one's gonna want to play with you if you're if you are rude. Because, like, there's because a lot of people are good, you know, but, like, do they like you? You know, that's what a lot of it is. It's learning just to play with other people.
As they prepare for their final show they will play together as seniors, the feeling is bittersweet. Some of them will be pursuing their musical passion in college, while others will venture into other fields. Though the future of Contempo as we know it is unknown, they have truly gone big in the eyes of the students and staff at Redmond High School for their drive to succeed, the expectation that a high school garage band has.